Hey everybody, Yank on the Footy here, and do me a favor. Put your hand up if you think Jeremy Cameron is feeling pretty good right about now. A little bit slow to start this year, but I think he's gone ahead and kicked it into gear with 10 goals yesterday, one behind. Great effort from the Cats. The Bulldogs are a club that worry me. But as we saw, we had a lot of injuries last night, which we're going to talk about in just a moment here. But impressive effort from Ed Richards. I didn't expect you to play last night, quite frankly, after seeing you struggling to get off the ground after your ankle injury, I guess, because you weren't wearing any knee strapping. With 30 disposals and 13 tackles, great, 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 and 6 clearances there. Just you are an absolute joy to watch, sir. Another midfielder I wanted to talk about was Bailey Smith, and are we looking at two players that are going to be competing for this Brownlow? And are there others? I mean, I'm sure Isaiah Wang and Malera, I'm sure we're going to be putting in here, but right now I'd say that the two that are out in front have got to be Nick Dacos and Bailey Smith. And when you look at their stats and measure how they measure up with one another, both very close. Both very close to one another. 32 and 36 disposals. Goals are very close, tackles are very close, clearances are very close. I mean, it's going to be a great matchup for them battling one another this year. And there will be others involved. This is not me being myopic and thinking that it's only going to be these two players. There are plenty of others, okay? The Gold Coast Suns, who we thought were going to have this phenomenal midfield, still might, but you've got Christian Petrarca, who's been out with the hamstring. Matt Rowell got a slow start this year. Noah Anderson's out now due to having had an appendectomy. So the field could be wide open. So we'll just have to see there. But back to the Bulldogs. I mean, it's an absolutely devastating night for them with the injuries. Tom Liberatore's concussion, just a freak concussion where he, bumped into Patty Dangerfield's knee. Rory Lobb and James O'Donnell both going down with hamstrings. And of course, arguably the most devastating one, Sam Darcy's left knee. And are we unfortunately going to see Sam Darcy as a player who consistently has these types of troubles with his lower extremities? Because it worries me, because he's such a phenomenal player and he's not afraid to get in the mix. He's not afraid to take a big mark when necessary. But I just worry about whether or not there's going to be any long-term ill effects to what he's got going on here. And are we going to see these things happening going forward? It's going to be a couple tough games coming up with the Swans and the Dockers for the Bulldogs. And I'm not going to gloat, okay? I'm not here to poke fun at the Bulldogs at all. I've got too much respect for this club. I respect every club. I like sledging on people from time to time, but it's definitely meant with a tongue-in-cheek amount of respect. So I'm not here to go, oh, that was wonderful that happened to the Bulldogs. Not at all. It's not good for footy. It's bad for the game when we have this many talented players that are going to be out for an extended period of time. So, folks, I do hope that you will head out to yankonthefooty.com and get subscribed over there. While you're here on YouTube, get subscribed as well. I'd love to have you give me a follow there. If you like what you see, tell your friends about this crazy American who's fallen in love with your game. Cheers.